Hey, it's Jay, and today I'm camping in snow. I'm setting up a killer hot tent. I'm making some really fine kindling. I'm starting a beautiful fire. I'm eating bacon and bannock, and I'm fixing a really old gas Coleman stove. So stay tuned. Well, winter is here. I can't believe it. Winter is here. I was driving down this dirt road, and I came across this trail that went off of the road. I followed it in, and I found a really old snowmobile. I believe it's a Yamaha, maybe a Phaser or a Yamaha Exciter. We're talking like the 80s. And so it's like a 40-year-old snowmobile, I'm thinking. And I thought, you know what? This has got to be the spot. Yeah, it has to be a sign, right? Finding the snowmobile like this. So I just walked around a little bit, and I found this really cool open area, and that is where I am going to park my tent. RBM makes these insulated floors, and they are amazing. They change camping. It just makes camping so comfortable when you have that pad below your feet, and you're protecting the bottom of your tent, and you're warmer, right? You're warmer even when it's minus 40 outside. If I just go down to my sock feet, I can walk around without freezing my feet because I just got that extra little bit of pad and insulation, and it is a game changer beyond belief. This tent here is the UP5, and I've got a series of videos with it, and it was the first bear tent I ever used. I used it for almost a full winter a couple of years back, and it's a monster, man. This thing is a beast. It's tough as nails, and so I'm excited to use it again. One of the most important things to do with this tent is open it up as much as possible before you try to pop it like an umbrella. I learned a major lesson the first time I tried to open this tent. It just was too hard for me to do alone. That was close. I was so close. Imagine you're opening up an umbrella, you push, but this tent, it really does a better job if there's a couple of you doing it. So when I work alone, I bring a little bit of help. Now, the issue with this piece of wood is that it actually might not be long enough. I might have to get some wood from around here, but I will try this. Because I have a piece of 2x6 here. Put the tent right there. If you have another person with you, no problem. By yourself, it's wise to bring something that you can wedge right in there. I took all of my stakes and put them with my other tent. I don't have any stakes. Okay, I think I'm okay. I will make it work. This is a pop open door. I can't believe I didn't bring my stakes with me. One great thing about these tents and these pads is you can just secure it into the pad, right? You just kind of lock it in there, and that means it's going to fit the pad perfectly. these tents come with everything you need. Stakes, rope, bags, pouches, all the poles you need. And I recall taking the stakes out of this tent and using them for another project. So I'm without stakes tonight. But that gives me an opportunity to try something. I'm gonna, even though this ground is frozen, I'm gonna try to make 4 really strong wooden stakes and see if I can use wood to secure the tent as opposed to the stakes that come with this tent. And the stakes that come with this tent are like rebar. They're the best tent stakes that you can get, I'm telling you, on the planet. Okay, I like this length right here. Now, this might be too soft on the end, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to flatten this end here. So I can hammer it. There we go. That's what I want right there. Now, I don't know if this is going to go in. I might have too much of a point here. Let's see. It's coming from this direction. And you can see already that it's popped one of my legs. So right here is where I want to focus at first. And there's 2 loops. One loop is for the tent, and the other loop is for the insulated pad. And look at that wind. Oh baby. I'm going to need to solve this problem. I don't want to drive all the way home to see if I can find those stakes. I mean, it's in. It's not perfect. But it is in. So what I'm going to need to do is tie this out to this tree over here and keep this side secure. There's a hole here in my slider, and I'm going to pull the rope through. And I don't need to make a really tight knot right here, and I'm going to keep it super basic, easy to pull. I take my slider and just like that, the tent can't go anywhere. I've got the tent secured in a couple of spots now. And these wooden stakes seem to be doing okay. There is some rock here, so I don't know if I'm in a bad situation on this corner. Let's see. Good stuff. Okay. Those stakes are working well, to be honest. And I'll probably make a few more, just put them around the tent. This is not a full-on setup of this tent. This is about me getting out and camping and enjoying this tent the best way I can with what I have to work with. Now, if you get this tent, you just don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You get everything you need and beyond, right? You get so much when you get one of these tents. So I did this to myself. I just didn't come fully prepared, but that's actually making this more enjoyable for me right now, because I'm figuring out that wooden stakes work well in frozen ground. So I don't think the ground is super hard, obviously, but This is fun. This is fun for me. Good. This is working well. I got to get this wood stove going as soon as possible. I'm getting a chill. The wind is really strong out there and it is below freezing. So I want to get it going, get the chill out of my bone, get a nice warm meal, and then set myself up for the evening. And hey, look, I'm going to try to fix a Coleman stove tonight. An old naphtha Coleman stove, and I've used it before on this channel. It fell apart. I bought what I believe to be the part that I need to fix it, so that will be how I'm going to entertain myself tonight. Just trying to fix it, go through it, and then I want to use it, right? If I can pull it off, if I can fix this thing, then of course I want to use it, and then I'll make a nice meal on it. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this wood stove going. This right here is the Caminus M. M stands for medium. It's their medium-sized stove, and it's awesome, man. It's going to keep me more than warm tonight, I can tell you that. I love it. And what am I doing here? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. There we go. Take off these side doors. I don't need those. You can see it's just wing nuts, and then over here, oh, I'm missing a wing nut on that side. There we go. Good. That way I have the glass, and the glass makes for a nice beautiful glow in the tent. I love wing nuts. Now, I'm going to turn the stove sideways. And I'm going to extend the fireproof mat out this way, because I'm going to be loading my stove this way, as you can see, and that allows for, if any sparks come out, they'll go that way. I think I might pull it back a little bit. There we go. Okay, great. This is something new for me. I've seen people do this before where they get really fine pieces of kindling just by using a knife. If you ever watch Up North of 60, he likes to do this a lot. That's too fragile there. And so I guess the thing is you get it a little more accurate and you get really fine pieces. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying that. Alright, so I just find a nice little point there with the knife. I like to keep it close to the handle so I can have really good control. There we go. And now I'm running into a knot right there. But yes, look at that. Those are going to light like a dream. I might even be able to go even a little bit thinner. Oh man, this is fun. I think what I'm going to do is shave a little bit of extra flame. And I've really got to make it really fine here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just like cut it like I'm cutting veggies. There's the 90-degree angle right there. Nope. This knife is not made for this. This is the first ever bush knife I ever owned. It's a cold steel knife, and it is it's pretty neat. German, and you can see the ferro rod that I was just trying to start the fire with the other knife locks in here. And so you take the knife out, and you can see I've used it before. It works well. And in here you have like a little secret compartment for things like fishing stuff if you need. Just like anything you want, right? You can store in the knife. Now, some people might say, well, that's kind of a bad design, because what a lot of people like is what's called a full tang knife, so the blade would go all the way to the back. The blade only comes to here. But if you check these knives out, like I'm not promoting these guys or anything, but if you check out cold steel knives, and this knife in particular, it's actually German steel but made in Taiwan, and this is called the Survival Edge. If you check it out, they do some pretty crazy tests with this knife to prove that it's durable. Anyway, yeah, it's the first ever bushcraft knife I ever owned, and now I'm gonna take it out of the old storage area and see what I can do here. See if we can pull this off. And I feel like this ferro rod just won't work, because it should. It really should. I don't want to make a mess right here. And while the knife is pretty cool, the ferro rod it comes with is garbage. It's garbage. Oh. But if you do it that way, right? You have no control. Try this again. Holy crow. That is not good. Oh. Couldn't give up. Could not give up. There we go. The fire was pulsing because it needed more air. And so here, she's got a good draft there now. And it's already getting hot in this tent. And I would say that is hot enough for me to cook. And it's only been on for about 3 minutes. So I'm going to go get some food. And I'm going to put a little more wood on here. And we're going to eat. I can say with full confidence that these are the hottest tents you can get. They're hot tents, and they're very hot. And I'm already warm. Like, I'm warm. Yes, I have my toque on right now, but I'm going to head out in a second to grab some food. I need to open these windows right away. And you can see that you can kind of like wedge in this like stick that they have with a bit of Velcro on it. Opens it up. Do that, and now I have some air coming through, and you need it. You need it. Like, it's got to be 100 degrees in here already. Like, I don't know. And I'll open up the back door, and I'll open up the front door, and I'll get a really nice draft going through here. So it's just incredible. They're almost like hot boxes. And when it's minus 40 outside, man, it is phenomenal to be in one of these tents. The experience, it's really hard to describe. You just have to experience it for yourself, knowing that the killer elements just on the other side of this double wall tent, they're so close to you, right? And they can take you out. But on the inside, you're just so protected and warm. And that feeling it's really hard to, you have to experience it. You have to experience it. And I sure as heck love it. Oh, yes. It's crazy to think that you need to have the doors open, even though it's below zero right now, right? Below the freezing point. It's cold out there. It's so warm in here. I need to do it right now. I know I'll probably be closing it down when the temperature really drops tonight, but need to do it. I don't know if you guys watch Luke with the Outdoor Boys. That channel is, I'm hooked. Every Saturday morning I watch Luke. And he's got this cool little flat like griddle type thing that he made himself. I know that because I watched his latest video, and that's what he said, that he made it himself. And I saw this yesterday. It's a Lodge. It's a Lodge griddle. And I thought, oh man, that's like Luke's. So I picked it up. But I would like to have Jerry, if you're watching, something like this, but half the weight. Maybe a little bit smaller with handles. Cast iron that can be seasoned. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try this. This is made in the USA, and I'm actually going to cook some bacon on it and some bannock, and I'm going to have a bowl of pea soup. Oh, does that not sound delicious? So the thing is with this is I can just lay it like that. Now the issue is no handle, right? So, and now if I want to touch this or deal with this, it's going to burn my hand. But if I had like little handles on it, it would probably be pretty good. And one thing I could do, I could just turn it sideways like that, maybe. And then that way I can pick up right there like that. But I don't know if that's going to work. This pea soup's made in Quebec, l'habitant. And I love pea soup. So I'm going to let this cook over the stove. I'm going to put some salt in that. I've got some bacon here. I might even throw slices of bacon into the pea soup, because if you know pea soup, you know that pea soup and ham go together beautifully. And so, okay, this is working okay. That's going to be hot. And I just want a few pieces of the bacon for now. And once they're fried, once they're fried, I'll throw them in the pea soup. And that will be delicious. So with the bannock mixture, I've got 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've got 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and I like my bannock a little bit salty, so I actually use some crack salt, and I just like some Himalayan stuff or whatever it is, sea salt, and I gave it like 5 or 6 spins, so it'll have a little bit of a saltiness to it. And I've got some butter, so what I'll do is I'll have some bannock and butter to go with the pea soup and the bacon. Oh yeah. Oh, that bannock is ready. this beautiful, beautiful meal right here. Fresh bannock. Oh baby. Oh yeah. Look how hot that is. Wow. That's gonna be good. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. I like my butter a little bit chunky sometimes. Wow. Wow. Mmm. Amazing. Mmm. I'm super hungry, I can tell you that. Mmm. Oh man. L'habitant, pea soup. Very good. Oh yeah. I love instant coffee. It's super strong. Mmm. All I'm missing now is like a bit of chocolate or something to go with this. That would be amazing. Got this really old Coleman stove here. It's a gas stove. And it's not working right. It's really old. And this element over here is really rusted out. And maybe that could be, I don't know, scrubbed down. And try to get rid of all the rust. And maybe that would make this element better. But I just don't know if I believe that's the problem. Now, what it could be is there's something in here that's stopping this pump from pumping the white gas into the elements. That's causing the big issue. So I do have some gas in here now, and the gas is really old. So I don't want to pour it out. So I have the doors open, and that is to make sure that I'm nice and ventilated in here. And that's why I put my sweater back on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take off, I don't even know what this part is called here. I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to try to, I have the replacement, this guy right here. I have a new one, and I'm hoping that will increase the pressure of the gas going through and make this a usable stove again. The last thing I want is for this to spray on me. I don't know, like if I take this off, this whole part off, will I don't think there's any pressure. A little bit of pressure, but not much. So that's good. So I have a feeling that it won't spray on me. And I've got the part here. And this is what is this thing even called? It's a generator. It is the generator. And so I got to see how this works. Right here. This, okay, I see. I can get that off. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's got a needle in there. I have done a little bit of research, and I know that the needle is very important. You don't want to mess up the needle. Now, maybe all I need to do is just screw this in. Let me see. Okay. I would love for this to be the cure. And so I will have to clean up those elements. Okay. Wow, That is so rusted out. Whoa. Okay, so look at that needle. This one already has a needle. You see? So I don't know what to do here. How do I get this needle out? You see? It comes with its own needle. Is this needle? Oh, that needle is screwed in. Okay, I see. Be super careful. I have to unscrew this needle. Okay. Wow, what a pain in the butt. There's a lot of little threads there. Okay. Now, I know that's important. And this little needle right there on the end, I don't know if you guys can see that. You cannot damage that. So, you can see the difference here in the new one and the old one, right? Much cleaner. And look at that. So hopefully that solves some of my problems here. And I'm just going to try to screw this in with my hand as much as possible. I've got this filtered funnel that makes sure there's no crud getting in, and I'm not spilling anything. So I'm just pushing some air into this gas tank here, so that way it'll have lots of pressure and be able to feed gas to the element. And I'm getting it nice and pressurized here. Make sure it's lit. Drop it right in there. And then there we go. Nothing. I can't get this to work. Nope. See if I can pull this off here. I don't know if I can. This might be, oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off. Okay. I don't know how this attaches here. Oh, baby. It sits on there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one over here. Now I know I need these elements to go back on dead centered. See, those elements are beautiful. They're nice, right? They're good. These guys are nice and clean. This guy's coming off. I feel like it's missing a part. This one over here had this part here. This one does not. Let's see. Okay. Can't have this not centered. It won't work. Okay, things are starting to come into place here a bit. This is much cleaner than this, obviously. I will put this over here for now. I firmly believe if it doesn't work now, it's because there's something wrong with this part right here. It's not allowing for the gas to flow. And I'm gonna see, I still have lots of pressure. Oh yeah. Lots of pressure. Turn up the lever. Hope for the best. Nothing. It will not go through. So, I don't get it. Whoa. Okay. We're going through. Okay. Now, if I open up this side, I wonder. Oh yeah. Okay. Still not performing great. And I'm on full blast. So there's still a problem here somewhere. Okay, I turn the lever down. Does this look right to you? Do these flames look right to you on a gas stove like this? That is seriously hot. Okay. Wow. Look at that flame. That is nuts. But it looks beautiful. And I feel like it's working okay right now. Turning it down a bit more. Still have gas coming out. Nice low flame. It's good. It's blue. How blue do we want it? Lots of pressure. Oh yeah. Oh, that's looking good.